You ever felt like you were doing everything right in your weight loss journey, but the scale just won't budge? You're eating fewer calories than ever, going to the gym hitting it hard. Maybe you even cut out all your favorite foods. But still, no change. What's going on? In today's video, I'm going to explain why you might not be seeing the results you'd expect, even with an extreme calorie deficit. And trust me, once you understand why this happens, you'll be able to reset your approach and see real progress. Okay, spoiler warning. I'm going to get a little sciencey. We're going to talk about a couple different laws. Let's start with the basics. First, we're going to talk about the law of thermogenesis. You've probably heard of it before. But let me break it down to you so it's easy. It essentially talks about how energy cannot be created or destroyed, only transferred. So how does that equate to weight loss? It's actually pretty simple. If you consume fewer calories than you expend, then your body has to take that energy from elsewhere, typically your fat stores. Now, in theory, this should work, but as you'll see, there's more to the story. The next law we're going to talk about is called the law of diminishing returns. This law states the more you continue to invest in something, the less you get out of it. And here's where things might start to sound familiar. You start things off with a huge calorie deficit. You're eating like 1,000 to 1,200 calories a day. And at first, the weight falls off fast. But then, after a few weeks, things start to slow down. You're still eating less, but the results, they're not coming as quickly. Sound familiar? So, here's where these two laws come together. The more extreme the calorie deficit, the harder it is for your body to keep burning fat at the same rate. Your metabolism starts to adapt, and the amount of energy you expend starts to decrease. See, the human race is the only animal in the animal kingdom that actively tries to lose weight. In every other species, weight loss equates to dying. As a result, your body tries to protect itself from doing it. It does this by lowering your metabolism, making it harder for you to lose weight. And this is why people hit plateaus. The more extreme the deficit, the more your body wants to fight back. Okay, so we're going to talk about something called adaptive thermogenesis. This is just a fancy way of saying your body adjusts to your calorie deficit. When you eat less, your body gets smart. It slows down how much energy you use. That way, you can keep yourself alive. Think of it as your body's survival mechanism. Now let's talk about BMR, or basal metabolic rate. This is the number of calories your body needs every day just to do its normal everyday functions. Okay, your heart beating, moving around, breathing, so on and so forth. Now here's the thing, eating below BMR is risky. If you're eating way too little for way too long, your body's going to start breaking down muscle for energy, resulting in loss of strength, energy, and overall health. This is why those 1,200 to 1,000 calorie deficits and stuff like that a lot of people do is not sustainable. Not to mention, if you go and exercise, you're burning extra calories, so you're in an even further deficit. You want to make sure you're eating at least as many calories as your basal metabolic rate. You want to do this to keep your metabolism running smoothly and avoid risky things like, your body breaking down. Now, let's talk about exercise. Exercise is the key to fat loss. There's no doubt about that. But here's the thing. When you're working out, whether it's strength training or cardio, you're burning excess calories. So, you need to fuel those things properly. If you're already in a calorie deficit and then you add intense exercise into the mix, on top of not eating properly, you'll burn out quickly. Exercise requires energy, and if you don't give your body enough, it can affect your performance, your recovery, and your overall health, and even your muscle mass. Bottom line, if you're going to add exercise into the mix, you need to make sure you're eating enough to support your activity. It's all about balance. Let's talk about weight loss versus fat loss. Weight loss and fat loss aren't the same thing. Sure, you're losing weight, but that weight can be muscle, it could be water, it could even be bone density. The goal here should always be fat loss, not just weight loss. Losing muscle slows down your metabolism, and it makes it harder for you to burn fat in the long run. That's why strength training is key when you're in a calorie deficit. It helps you preserve muscle mass while losing fat. Now for what you guys have been waiting for. How do we fix this? Here's what you can do to fix this and finally see the results you're looking for. Number one, create a moderate deficit plan. You want to look from anywhere from a 10 to 20% reduction in your calories to make it sustainable. This will keep your metabolism from slowing down entirely too much. Number two, focus on strength training. As I said before, it helps preserve muscle mass while losing fat. Number three, Take the occasional break from your deficit. Refeed days or diet breaks can help you reset your metabolism and prevent burnout. Number 4, eat enough to fuel your workouts. Don't skimp on calories while you're exercising. You need that energy for performance and good recovery. By focusing on these strategies, you can minimize muscle loss while maximizing fat loss. So, sum up, extreme calorie deficits can work in the very short run, but they lead to adaptive thermogenesis, muscle loss, and eventually a plateau. Focus on creating a sustainable deficit, 10 to 20%, trying to preserve muscle and fueling your exercises properly. Remember, fat loss is a marathon, it is not a sprint. Literally. If you found this video helpful, like, comment, subscribe. And if you want more personalized advice on your journey, check out my free resources linked below. Keep going, and remember, it's not about perfection, it's about progress. See you later.